You're watching Auto News Now. I'm Kristen Strakalaitis. On today's episode, Jamie Butters, host of the Daily Drive podcast, sat down with automotive news reporter Larry P. Velaquette to talk about Toyota's effort to improve factory quality with sophisticated motion capture cameras.
Larry Velaquette, welcome back to Daily Drive.
Thanks a lot, Jamie. Great to be here.
So you have an interesting story this week about Toyota using robots to make its people better at making cars. That's just funny to me. Tell me what's actually going on here.
So this is a really interesting technology. If you're familiar at all with motion capture video, it's basically how they produced Gollum in the Lord of the Rings series, how they did a lot of the special effects in the Marvel movies. What this technology, what Toyota is doing, they've turned to a startup company based out in Austin called Invisible AI. And Invisible AI makes these little boxes, and they're really self-contained little computers with a camera. And that camera is capable of catching and recording movements of different places on the body, right? The wrists, the eyes, the shoulders, the arms. And it makes the little stick figures that they use in motion capture technology. And it watches a job over the course of a day or 1,000 days or however long they want to do it. And then it analyzes it, and it speeds up the development of Kaizens and make sure that worker does his job effectively each time, right? It's super cool technology.
One of the things that seems like such a breakthrough about it is that it works without the workers, the team members or associates, as Toyota likes to call them, without them having to wear any special gear, no sensors, no special goggles, they just do their job, and the AI system measures their movements.
Yeah, I stumbled over what to call these things too, right? Do I call them devices? Are they robots? They don't really move. I mean, they're stationary, and they're really, the only port is an Ethernet port, and that's the only power coming to it. But what's cool is that you put these, they install this in a fixed location in the factory, kind of trained on that one job, and it watches that team member or that employee do that job and do it all day long. It's just like I said, it's really cool stuff.
One of the things that stood out to me, aside from that it is really cool technology, is Toyota. Of course, they're renowned for their manufacturing system, the Toyota manufacturing system, and the Kaizens, the continuous improvements that are part of it. But there's been a lot of emphasis in recent years on the human element of that. That, when they started making Lexus in Kentucky, it's like, well, they really emphasize you have to have master craftspeople with the feel for how parts should go together and the seam that they should have. And you and I went down to the Tundra plant in Texas, and they had some really low-tech systems for moving supplies around the factory floor. But here they are with kind of the total opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of looking at it on both ends of the spectrum, right? You have with these robots something that would automate those Kaizens. The low tech stuff. I don't think it really is meant to replace the master, the mastercraft, assembled by touch. I don't think it's anywhere close to phasing that out. It just kind of augments and speeds up, especially from an ergonomic standpoint, how those jobs are looked at, right? To see if there's a movement that a worker is doing that's potentially dangerous, if it's repeated over and over again. It doesn't, I don't think it really is there to replace the touch.
Thanks for tuning in. Listen now to Jamie's full interview on the Daily Drive podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Have a great day.